every day. All about my pain, nigga may I bless you with one. I am the PAT, smoke the whole tree when I'm riding with my nigga Keys. On lock for 3, but I be here blowing on the Swiss, a new nigga of the year. I appear to be a mark to some haters, but they know I'm the hate eliminator. Back up on the scene after 3 up in the hole. Back to made parole, still wearing gold. Riding low pogos, riding real slow. Riding with Pat in the 954 door. Black interior, I'm so superior. 2 niggas when I come, can you hear me? Feel me in my song as I blast all night long in the drop top. As we flip flop, it don't stop. Popping on trunks, it's the fat Pat and there ain't no pump. Rolling with the blunt, sliding on the road, getting on the load.
Yeah, man. So tell me about the ship.
Oh man, the ship, man. That boy Fish used to call that hoe the whale tail. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker, that was one of the first Brandy Wines on the streets, man. Out of Julio. You know what I'm saying? One of Julio's first customers, you know what I'm saying, when he started doing it on the side. You know what I'm saying? After Fish and all that there. This motherfucker came from my nigga, shout out to my nigga Wacky J, man. Dead in, you know what I'm saying, from my hood. So yeah, man, we got it from my nigga Wacky. He was just white, factory clean, come from white folks, buck inside, clean, you know what I'm saying? So shit, we got that motherfucker, man, went to Julio, you know what I'm saying? And that's when we started fucking with my boy. We call him Blinker Like Will, you know what I'm saying? Big Wall, you know what I'm saying? I know who he is from the north, you know what I'm saying? Big boy. That's when we first started fucking with him, man. We used to call him Blinker Like Will because niggas was trying to get blinker lights for the rearview mirrors. You know what I'm saying? Off the Benzes. Mm-hmm. That's when that shit started in like 02. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So he was one of the niggas that had them hoes. So we met him and then he plugged us in with Julio. And that's how we met Julio. Mm-hmm. So we took the ship to that motherfucker. So first we went and got popped up. We went and got bumper, grill. First we went to Shannon right here on Reed Road in LK. Bought the baby bumper with an elbow in that bitch. 800, you know what I'm saying? Went to David Taylor, bought the grill for 1,000, you know what I'm saying? We shot the Julio, man, you know what I'm saying? Shit, we sitting there trying to figure out a color because we didn't want to go this regular apple over silver and all that stuff. So we were like, man, we want a different color, but we still want to be red. So that boy Julio pointed at something on the paint truck, and I looked. Man, that's a mean color. He put the light on. I said, oh, yeah. I said, man, let's go with that, man. So me and bro, we like, yeah, we're going to go with that, man. We're going to do the Brandy Wine over silver. Yeah. Man, we went and picked that motherfucker up. Julio always had his shit covered up before when you get to this highs with the gate, come across the gate, your shit going to be bagged in with the cover over that motherfucker. That boy lift that cover up off that whole nigga. Like, yeah. It looked like a wet ass grape, like a black cherry grape. That shit was flip flopping like a motherfucker. That bitch was dark and wet. So bam, get that bitch, nigga, shit. Pull that hoe from that hoe, bolt that bitch up. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Big Tyrone bolted it up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big T, man. That's a cold nigga on that slab too, man.
Tyrone from Hersheywood?
Big Tyrone from right here, Malmedy.
Okay.
Right here. He was the nigga that back in the day when they tried to break in his highs. He had that drop rivet. You know what I'm saying? They tried to break in his highs and steal that motherfucker, man. Lit them niggas ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, niggas all on the news for this shit. That bitch had 612 amp on each one. Was playing no motherfucking games, man. I'm talking about monster knocking, man. You know what I'm saying? Him and Quad like that, you know what I'm saying? Squad boss. He do a tank buster like a motherfucker, man. Big Tyrone, I always been known for that. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I don't really know about that, but back to the ship. You know what I'm saying? That ship, man, the ship come out, man, it hit them streets. Everybody hearing about it, man. They like, man, that nigga got a color ain't nobody got. That bitch hit the streets real funky, man, holding, man. My bro, he was a motherfucker. This nigga put the car together. We done went and got the insides done. We went to Sharpstown upholstery. Shit, a lot of boys didn't know about this. Sharpstown upholstery was a bad motherfucker to go to. You know what I'm saying? So after we came Julio, we went to Sharpstown, we redone the insides, and then bam, we didn't go to Dunn. We ended up going to White Boy, used to on what's that on Bissonnette, man? That music shop used to be on Bissonnette, man. That's what my boy Wackman used to go fuck with. They was cold with it too, you know what I'm saying? They done a lot of slab back in the day. Traffic jams. Old school traffic jams on Bissonnette. White boy that owned it, he opened up shop on Highway 6. The car on the Chunk Up the Deuce video, which Booby got right now. My nigga Booby got, that's the car my bro had before Booby, you know what I'm saying? And that car came from that shop, you know what I'm saying? They did the whole interior, did everything, music, trunk, all that. That's what my nigga Tamil had or whatever. So we shot that whole there, put 612s in that motherfucker, that whole came out, South Bank Finest in the trunk. Where we at right now, P-Funk, you know what I'm saying? South Bank, you know what I'm talking about? Bro, you know what I'm saying? Held this shit down, that's why he called South Bank's Finest. You know what I'm saying? That bitch was holding. That nigga Fish was in love with that car, boy. Every time we come in, hit that scene, that boy Fish right up to the boy, you bad motherfucker with this bitch here, boy, big whale tail. As that boy used to call it, big old whale tail. But bro ain't pull out like that. We ain't got the inside done and shit, so we ain't got to the music yet. He just wanted a radio, a double dance, when the double dance first hit the scene. Wanted a damn, nah, that bitch had a flip out. It was still flip out era. It wasn't no double dance. And that nigga parked this hoe, everybody pulled out. That nigga would not pull that hoe out because it still had the factory radio. That's how precise that nigga was. You know what I'm saying, with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, let's get the radio on the shit, pull that bitch out, that bitch hit the scene, that bitch was hard, man. And then Lil Bro came back dope. 9-7 Eldorado, you know what I'm saying, which I done had about 4 or 5 of them motherfuckers myself. But this bitch here was the ultimate, man. Red out of Julio, you know what I'm saying? When them Buick vents came out in 03, we was one of the first ones to put them vents. Fish was the first one to put on his park, because he took everything off that 03 Ultra and put it on that old park he had. His park was a 9.7, you know what I'm saying? So he took everything, because I was finna buy, he was finna sell me the other shit off the 9.7 to put on my park. I had another park I had bought or whatever, and I wanted to put the new shit. I had a 9.5 park, which was an old body, and I wanted to put all the new shit in there or whatever. So after that, you know what I'm saying, bro, goddamn, he pulled out, man, red, holding, man. I'm talking about wet in the bitch, California, red, you know what I'm talking about? So him and bro back to back, you know what I'm saying? Holding, man, and bro, Lil Bro went to Dunn. That's when we first started. That's when we first met Dunn, man. Me, him, and nephew, CO, South Bank G's in the trunk. Both them boys. First nephew went to Dunn. 415s, he came out. We like, ooh, that boy came flying down the street on factories with the trunk wide open. Remember that night, Ken?
You know what I'm talking about?
That boy came down that bitch flying, no glass, just straight factories, trunk wide open, banging hard in the bitch, highs in the trunk. That was the first car I seen with highs coming out the trunk. That was Dunn started that shit. So bam, nigga, he put his shit in Dunn. I say, man, make sure this man do your shit different. We ain't trying to do like, yo, we want to be different. So we went 612, slanted at an angle, Memphis, super knocking. I'm talking about knocking with the trunk up, trunk down, however you want it, man. We couldn't sit in the back seat of that motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Bro was super knocking. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Holder. You know what I'm saying? He had South Bank All-Star in that bitch. This was Holder, man. You know what I'm saying? Boys is back to back around here causing hell. You know what I'm saying? So when we pull out, everybody hit motherfucking Maxes. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got up from that Maxes. We gonna hit that Max's stove for a little bit. And everybody gonna hit that goddamn Hillcroft 59, man. Cornbread stove, man. You had to hit that hoe. If you was to buy something, or if you was pulling something out the shop, your showcase was right there, man. You had the showcase right there, man. A lot of cats showcased, a lot of live shit on that corner of fucking 59 and Hillcroft at that Chevron. Used to be a piece of place inside that bitch. Everybody go get them little box of pizza, man. Everybody out there, you know what I'm saying, players, hoes, everything, women, everywhere. It was going down, you know what I'm saying? It was just like that every Saturday. I'm talking about every Saturday. Even if it rained, we wait till it start raining. That glass be dirty, we on the scene, you know what I'm saying? Car candy down, we dirty in a bit, but we on scene. Super knocking, trunk wide open, coming through crawling. Looking real good, man. Been doing this shit for a long time. Nigga done had some shit. Nigga done had a lot of different little whips, man. Different slabs, different whips, all that shit, man. Since the early 2000s. Been doing this shit a long time. You know?
Good. Jay, we're gonna speak about your car you got now, you know what I'm saying? But can you speak about some of the cars you had, you know what I'm saying, back then?
I had a lot of cars, man.
Yeah.
A lot of cars.
What you had, you know, 380D said, 380D told me, you know, you kind of like the new age Corey Blunt, you know what I'm saying?
I came up under Blunt.
I like
it.
I like that.
I came up under him, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my OG, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I started looking at that shit when I started looking at his shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I started looking at this shit, I really got into it, really. You know what I'm saying? He was just a fly, quiet nigga, you know what I'm saying? And if he pulled out, it was like lights, camera, action. That nigga didn't just pull out like that, you know what I'm saying? You caught Blunt, you like, man. I mean, when Pat was here, he was pulling out a lot, you know what I'm saying? But like in the late 90s, he bad to pull that Barris out, you know what I'm saying? Barris, hey, nigga raw like a motherfucker. I remember that shit.
I mean, where you kind of get your ideas from? Cause like, if I was to explain your cars and the way you put the cars together, like I said at the beginning, your cars are like more classy, like neat, you know, more away to the original look. You know what I'm saying? So what made you kind of go more like an original look? You know, like on your car, you ain't got no 90 on here. You know what I'm saying? You kept it original.
I mean, you know, I'm a creative ass nigga. Like creativity is like my main trait, you know what I'm saying? Like, and whatever I do, period, I'm creative with it, you know what I'm saying? So with the car shit, I just use my head and I've always looked at cars over the years. I seen the ones that was overdone, I seen the ones that was done just right. And I used to always just take notes on that shit, man. And I just got an eye for that shit. It's a natural thing. It ain't really no way I can explain that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just got a natural eye for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I can take some junkyard car and I can restore that hoe and have that hoe real different from all the rest. That's the same kind of car. I can make that hoe look like the next car. You know what I'm saying? I just try to be different, but not putting no 90 on here because for one, it's a commemorative edition. You know what I'm saying? They only made 50 of them. I'm one of the 50, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I ain't want to do none of that, you know what I'm saying? I want to show them that I can make a dog without a 90 look real good, you know what I'm saying? Look real cool and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I went different all the way, you know, from the inside to the outside. I went a little different, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's what's going in the trunk, man, you know what I'm saying? No 90 needed, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going in the trunk.
What y'all think is the ultimate slab? Do y'all feel like a slant back, a stretch? Like, what is the ultimate slab?
Stretch can be the ultimate. Them stretches can be that stretch, man. You know what I'm saying? A Le Cab is really the ultimate. That's the holy grail. A drop Le Cab, 90 it up all the way, right? That's the ultimate. That's why I've always looked at Con shit. The Le Cab he had, I looked at that was like the South Side Monument to me. Cause ain't now a car ever hit the scene, wreck that car. Cause for one, you can't wreck it cause it's a holy grail ass car. You know what I'm saying? No car butt ass naked, 50,000 plus. You know what I'm saying? If you find one. You know what I'm talking about? So that car that was the ultimate of the slab. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's a rare ass car. You know what I'm saying? You know. There's been some bad motherfuckers over out there. Like, there's been some cold shit in the streets. Like, for real. Like, them slants was the ultimate too. Them slants was just that car. When it came out, man, it was so different. You know what I'm saying? And it had so much of a luxury look. It was like the ultimate luxury look. You know what I'm saying? And then it had the glass on that bitch. It came with that glass off the showroom floor. Come on, man. Couldn't get no better than that. That slant was real serious when it hit the scene, man. That was a scary vehicle, man. When you seen that slant, that was really scary, man. That was really scary, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, y'all got a message to the youth, and what's y'all thoughts on the youth that's building slabs today? That's piggybacking off of, you know, what y'all done seen, what y'all that came up around, and you know, the cars y'all put together.
Boy, looking good out here, man.
Work and get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, work and get it, you know what I'm saying?
Doing something right
Doing it the right way, you know what I'm saying?
Death row.
Yeah.
Don't walk in front of the camera.
The boy looking good out there. Y'all boy looking good out there, man.
You gonna do it anyway.
The new car looking good. Like that boy Ray just came out with that badass.
Southwest Ray.
Yeah, Southwest Ray. That boy looking good, man. Salute to that boy. That boy holding. He know how to hold, though. You know what I'm saying? He came up under that old law, too. You know what I'm saying?
That's the new model king.
Yeah, that boy new model king.
New model king,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Ain't nobody fucking with him right now, man.
Yeah.
He hard. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I ask this on all my interview questions. You know, JayWay, you might already know, you know what I'm saying? But I like to ask, you know, top 5, each of y'all top 5 greatest slabs of all time.
Of all time.
From old, from 80s to now, or just now, period.
I'm saying of all, since you've been around for a long time, so every area you done seen, top 5 that you would say.
Man, I'll start out with my boy Skip Flanagan. I hit my boy Tim Strange. Man, you can't say nothing about the slab game without putting Blunt in it. You know what I'm saying? Blunt. And his boy Quincy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites to see come down. And it's just so many old schools right now. I just collab and put all them together because all of them doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? From the drop deltas on, you know.
Yeah.
They just, everybody different and they doing their thing.
Yeah.
90 or not, they hold. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Got your top 5?
My top 5, man. I'ma say number 1. Or we start at 5 or start at 1?
However you want to do it.
Okay. Number 1, that Mobile, man, that drop a cab, man. That was number 1 to me because I seen him come down in that hole, man. That boy used to hit the bullo right before it's over with. He'll wait till the last minute. Everybody that came through, that boy ass won't come through, man, with that hat cut. Yeah, like T.I. That boy had that hat cut all the way coming through. And they dropped the cab top down, boot cover on. You know what I'm saying? Looking good. So that's the number 1 now, man. I'm gonna say that boy, my nigga Yanni, man, Scooter. You know what I'm saying? Drop Cutlass. I think if I'm not mistaken, drop 70. Don't get me wrong, Scooter. I don't get me wrong. 69, 70. I know it's one of them years that drop Nelly. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, that look, you know what I'm saying? The drop 2-door Cutlass. You know what I'm saying? Like Kiki shit. The one like Kiki, that boy was red. Out of 8. Buck bottom. 615s. Folds. Spiders. You know what I'm saying? Original folds. You know what I'm saying? Man, man. Pat Blunt. I used to hear stories about Pat Blunt. You see that boy at Caro, man. That boy used to come through Caro top halfway up like that, man. Four out the window. That was some serious shit back then because everybody couldn't get foes. Everybody didn't have foes. If you had foes, you was like the president. Nigga couldn't even come talk to you, man. Nigga had to come through another nigga to talk to you, man. You was like mafia, nigga. Foes. Oh, them whole like precious jewels back then, man.
Yeah.
Niggas for real about the foes, man. Everybody done had it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So, okay. Yanni, man. To that Cutlass is bad motherfuckers and they don't even know about that. Foes on that bitch. I'm talking about popping trunk, everything on that bitch. That bitch, this is holding, boy. So I'm gonna say number 3, Core Blunt Slam. That was a bad joking up, man. That bitch had the Sega in that bitch, 18s in the trunk, wood in the console. That bitch was futuristic a little bit. It was kind of ahead of its time. That bitch was holding, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say number 4. I'm gonna say his drop of Ritz. See, one thing I said about that Ritz stuff, man, it was different from the Ritz. Everybody was 90 and up, you know, putting the European lights and be done. Nah, this boy was 90 pieces, factory like that, and that boy had the 90 pieces wrapped around the front bumper, Europeans, and the main thing about that car was the way it set. All dogs. Blunt shit had a little tilt. It was tilted low a little bit, man. It was slightly up a little bit in the back, but it was like slightly even. That bitch had a stance, man. That bitch was crawling down with a stance, man. The foes looking like this at you, man. You know what I'm saying? Them hoes coming at you like that. That bitch was retarded, you know what I'm saying? That bitch sat different from all different dogs. Everybody shit sitting like that, hiced up in the front, squatting in the back. Nah, that bitch was sitting like backward, slightly tilted in the front, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what had that bitch holding. And number 5, man, that motherfucking roachback Impala you had too, you know what I'm saying?
On switches.
The switches, man, that shit that was, I used to love to see something on glass, on juice, man. Like Shani Pooh had some Sabre on that glass, on switches holding, man. You know what I'm saying? You had cats out here, switches, man. And my boy Pug, man, Reed Road, man. Boy had switches on everything. You know what I'm saying? From the fleet to the chop top, everything was switched up, man. You know what I'm saying? Juice on everything, man. I used to love seeing that shit, man.
And man, before we get up out of here, I want you to kind of like, you know what I'm saying, show us your L dog, you know, show us the features that you done did and, you know, added to it.
All right. So, I did a few things, man, over there in that negative, man. Shout out to Choir. Shout out to my boy Steve over there. So we went with, new look, you know what I'm saying? Whole interior rewrapped and done over, you know what I'm saying? I did the new Pioneer radio. That's just in front of the iPad. It's flushed in the console. Most people that got those radios, they kind of sit on the outside of the console. I wanted to go flush on the board, so I did that. Got the iPad, you know what I'm saying? They got a, you know what I'm saying, EQ in the dash with another EQ on top of it. So it's a digital EQ and a regular EQ. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
Some shit like that, you know.
And this is 85, huh?
85 last year. Remember, edition of Ritz.
Okay. Already, man. This thing clean right here. You feel like this the hardest L dog in the city?
I ain't gonna say all that, man. I'm just clean, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say all that.
Already.
I'm nice, you know. I'm a nice, classy dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like a fluffy Frenchie. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, in the dog world.
Already,
So I
man.
ain't gonna just say I'm the best, but I am clean in the motherfucker.
Man, you got any shout outs to get up out of here?
Shit, just shout out to everybody on that slab, man. Keep that shit going, keep that shit alive, you know what I'm saying? Like it's been going. Do y'all thing, man, you know. Shit, this shit gonna keep going and keep going.
Already, man. The Slab OGs TV, we out.